Hi, guys, and welcome to episode 4 of the Relentless Life podcast. I'm Destiny,
I'm Zach.
and today we are talking about going all in or being all out. You can't tiptoe into your calling. This episode is about burning the backup plan, living with faith, and chasing God's calling with relentless pursuit. I'm going to let Zach give you a brief update. I think we hinted at it last week about kind of what's been going on with us the last couple weeks, but I'll let Zach kind of take it over.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago, I quit my full-time job to go all in on the gym, on the podcast, on social media. We've been hitting the streets, passing out flyers for the gym. We've been all in for 2 weeks now.
Yeah. So I guess we'll rewind a little bit. And I know if you've watched our prior podcasts or you just know us, you kind of know our story already. But for our listeners that haven't heard our prior episodes, we'll just go into a little bit about our story of moving here from Oklahoma. So I'll just kind of start with that. We have always wanted to own a gym, and the time came and we felt resolve in our heart that we were supposed to move to this small town that my parents had moved to, that we had only ever visited one time. And my parents lived here at the time, which they don't anymore. And other than that, we knew nobody. We sold our house. We moved into a one-bedroom apartment in a barn, literally in my parents' barn. And we were really uncomfortable, and we put all of our eggs in one basket, and our backs were up against the wall. We got the building to the gym. We went all in. If you want to hear that whole story, I think that was 2 episodes ago. So episode 2, the gym origin story. But we went all in to the gym. And then Zach got a job working for my dad, and you can kind of talk about that and just how we kind of fell into that trap of comfort.
Yeah, so I got the job not too long after the gym opened, and it was just to support us for a little while the gym was taking off. And it ended up being there for a year or so, I think.
Well, over a year.
Over a year, and we got reliant on that steady income. It was comfortable again, and I just realized it was time to get uncomfortable again, because when we got to put your back up against the wall and just start hustling together.
Yeah, and I think last year so we weren't quite making enough yet. Obviously, the gym had just opened, maybe 3 or 4 months. It had been open, maybe 5 months, I don't know, a few months. So the gym was definitely not paying for itself, and we had accrued a lot of debt just getting the gym open. So I got a part-time job for my dad, working for my dad at the same place that Zach was working. And man, during that time, I really found I couldn't be good at anything, because I would wake up at 4 a.m., I'd go to the gym, coach the 5 a.m., I'd work out, I would coach the 9:30 a.m., I'd run to my other job, I'd work there till 3:30 p.m., then I'd coach my 4 p.m. class, and then I'd coach my 5:15 p.m. class. And then I would head home, I'd say hi to my kids, I would eat dinner, and I'd go to bed. And I'd do it all again the next day. And there was no time for marketing. There was no time for lead generation. There was no time for anything that was going to grow the business. I, of course, was still posting on social media. But other than that and beyond that, I was doing nothing to grow the business. And so I really realized that I couldn't serve two masters. Like, I couldn't be comfortable and work this office job and keep getting that income and still build my dream. And so I quit that job, and I started going all in on the gym. But then that kind of created this problem where, again, I felt not to any fault of Zach. He tried to help me as much as he could. But when you are working 9 to 5, you're gone all day. And then, we have kids, and we have no family here. So it's not like we have people to watch the kids. So we still have to be present in their lives. So it's like there was just no time to do, like, really for Zach to be as big of a part in the gym as I needed. I needed a partner. and I felt very almost burnt out. And so these last 2 weeks, I mean, it's been crazy, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So, I guess we just want to talk about the trap of comfort and how we would just constantly say, like, okay, when we get this many members and this happens, then you can quit your job and we'll go all in. But guess what? You're not going to get this many members, and this is not going to happen if you're not all in. So it's this catch-22, and it's a vicious cycle. If you are not all in, your business is not going to grow. Unless you get lucky. I mean, there are those, we got lucky a few times getting like a bunch of members barely of our own working, just people coming in the door. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't from our works. And I really wanted to say this. I love this. Your plan B is a distraction. As long as that plan B is there, your plan A is most likely not going to succeed. And I think that's where we found ourselves.
Yeah. If you're thinking about a plan B or an exit strategy, you're not giving enough energy to your plans. Sure.
Exactly. And I also wanted to bring up too, like, when Peter's walking on the water, I always think about this. It's like you have to keep your eyes on God. Like, this is our calling. This is what God put in our lives. He has worked everything out for our good. And the second we try to be like, oh, like I need to go get this part-time job so that I can afford our lives, so that I can pay our bills, so that we can, that's when stuff started falling apart. And it's like, because I tried to take control of the vehicle. I tried to look at my feet. I was already walking on water, and all these miracles are already happening. All I had to do is focus on God. And the second, it's like the second Peter looked down, he starts drowning. And amazingly, we serve a God that will save us, even though we make ding-dong decisions and we start drowning on our own accord. He will save us, but we can save ourselves the heartache by just keeping our eyes focused on God. And I think that's what we've been doing the most the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's every time I start to worry about anything, it's like God just like grabs me. Like, stop. I already told you that we're gonna get through this. Just gotta trust me.
Exactly. So we just wanted to put some encouragement out there. What happens when you go all in? God doesn't move in the maybe. He blesses commitment. It's like, I don't know if you guys have seen that meme. I'm sure you have, where it's like the little kid doesn't want to give God the teddy bear and has it behind her back. It's a little teddy bear, and God has this big, huge teddy bear. It's like, if you would just let go of this little teddy bear, I would give you this big one. Mm-hmm. It's like, if you just let go of this job that's paying you $1,000 a week, imagine how I'm going to multiply that. Just trust me. And that's what we've been finding.
Yeah. Same goes for if you struggle with like your tithes and offerings, it's mm-hmm. the same thing. It's like, trust God with the tiny, it's a tenth of what you make. It's the tiniest little bit. Just trust him and he will multiply that.
It's obedience, truly. So I guess we can kind of go into moments of breakthrough in the last 2 weeks and just the momentum we've been gaining. Do you want to start with that?
You start.
Okay. So in the last 2 weeks, I've had some different ideas to generate revenue for a while. And I don't know, I just had maybe paralysis by analysis, or just fear, or just feeling like I don't have a partner, or I don't really know what it could have been. Burnout. I just didn't act on any of these ideas, and I know these ideas were given to me by God, because they just come to me randomly. I'm like, oh, this is a great idea, and I work it all up. I go into Canva, make stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I was scared to pitch it to people. I didn't want to. I don't know. It was just a weird thing that I was going through. But in the last 2 weeks, we've gotten so much in the works that in the next 90 days, our entire business is going to change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, just in 2 weeks of focused, intentional, all in from both of us.
Yeah.
You have anything else to say about that?
No, just again, like, it's crazy how much you can, like, accomplish when you go all in, especially when you have a partner. Just focused, deliberate action. Like, it's crazy how much you can get done in a short amount of time.
Absolutely. Well, and the crazy part, too, is that now my 24 hours just became 48 hours because I have 2 times the manpower. Like, it really makes a difference. And it gives me energy. It makes me feel like I am not in this alone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it was always supposed to be. It was never supposed to be just me doing all of it, you know? It was supposed to be us.
Yeah, it was supposed to be both of us the whole time, but we got comfortable again.
Yeah, I got comfortable. And the funny part is we weren't even really comfortable.
Yeah.
So it's like you get comfortable in this crappy place in your life that's not even good. Like, you're holding on to breadcrumbs. You're scared to let go of breadcrumbs, and Jesus is like trying to give you a freaking fresh loaf, you know? It's like,
yeah. Or
crazy.
in some cases, he's got a T-bone for you, and you're holding on to
literally.
breadcrumbs.
He's got like a whole steak. He's like, this isn't even gonna nourish you, man. And I wanted to talk about too, like, the moment us as leaders. So we talked about leadership last week. If you want to watch that episode, if you haven't watched already, it's pretty good. But us as leaders, the more work we put in, our community just rallies. Like, they feel that, and they feed off the energy. So you want your people to work, start working harder. Because people will really see that and feel that, and they will start, like, just going all in with you, truly.
Yeah, for sure.
So I guess we just want to leave you guys with this. What dreams are you half in and half out on? Think about that. Where in your life has God given you a calling and you're messing around?
Think about it like this. It could be 6 months, it could be a year of being uncomfortable, and then you could have a totally different life on the other side of it.
Yes, literally. I mean, when we went to Andy Elliott, it blows my mind when you look at his timeline. And what's really crazy is we didn't realize this until after we went. But so we knew he was from Norman, Oklahoma, and we came from Oklahoma. But he actually went to a CrossFit gym that we were a part of. And so he went to a different location, but like in his old, like, way back videos, there's like some of my friends, like, I know them, and I'm like, this guy was literally just Joe Schmo, average. He was nobody special. He was in the same places that we were at. Mm-hmm. He was hanging out with the same people we were hanging out, doing the same type of workouts we were doing. It's like, when you think about that, that was in 2019.
Yeah.
It's 2025, guys. He's a millionaire. He's, I think, where was he? I think he just went to the Maldives or something. But anyways, he's in Dubai. I don't know. He's like, just hanging out with his family, living his best life. That's literally only 6 years later. So I think he started in 2020, right?
Yeah. I think that's when he quit car sales and went all in on social media.
He went all in. He quit his job. He moved to Scottsdale. He started doing social media every day. He'd make 3 videos every single day for a year. And he did all these trainings for free for a year. And I'm sure he was super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But look at his life now. if he would have just been like, I'm okay with my sales job, my car salesman job, I'm comfortable, I'm, this and that, imagine where he'd be. We wouldn't even know him. He wouldn't even be on our radar.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't have impacted our lives. Like, you are doing more than just yourself a disservice by not fulfilling your calling.
Yeah. Everybody that you can have an impact on.
Well, imagine getting to heaven. And so David Goggins did this illustration for us. Imagine getting up to heaven and you're in line to, I don't know, like kind of assess what you did on earth. And you get up there and they say, there's a whiteboard and it says all these things, like amazing things. And you're like, this is the wrong person. I don't know this person. They're like, no, that was supposed to be you. But you never fulfilled your calling. You never got off the couch. You never quit your 9-to-5 job. You stayed comfortable in an uncomfortable position because you were scared to be a little more uncomfortable for a shorter amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's really insane to think about.
Yeah.
So where in your life can you go all in? Whether it be a job, social media, your family, like maybe your calling is to be an amazing father or amazing mother and you're just not doing that. Like, where can you steward your family or steward your life or steward your finances? What can you go all in on right now? And this is the Bible verse we wanted to leave you guys with today. James 1:8, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. I really love that.
Yeah.
I really, really love that because I think we've so many times just never really went all in on anything. And even last year we were like, no, we're all in on the gym. And from the outside looking in, it did look like we were going all in. But I'd say we're giving like 60%.
Oh, yeah. My brain was nowhere. Like, I went there to work out every morning and then coached once a week or something. But that was it. I wasn't helping with the day-to-day of the gym. I wasn't helping promote, none of it. And all for just to be a little bit more comfortable, which I was not. I was stressed out like the whole time. It was not, yeah.
That's the funny part, is we were still freaking stressed out, guys. It's like we might as well be stressed out trying to make our dream happen than be stressed out trying to work somewhere else and just half-assing everything in our life.
Yeah.
Truly. So I guess that's really all we had for you guys today. So please share, subscribe, like, send it to your friend. Watch all of our episodes if you haven't watched it. This is episode 4. Also, if you own a business and you want to inquire about sponsorship, please hit us up in our DMs. We can kind of go over sponsorship packages with you. We do really only work with people that we believe in. So if we're not really excited about your product or your business, I will be honest, we probably won't promote it. But if we know you and you own a business, please reach out. So, yeah, we love you all.